I don't even want to tell you guys how long I've been awake. That's not what I wanted to say. I've been awake for over 26 hours because I woke up at 11 a.m., before 11 a.m. actually yesterday. It is now 1:22 p.m. the following day. I worked a graveyard last night, which means I worked from 12 a.m. till 8:30 in the morning. Then I went out for breakfast, got home at about 11, and I've been filming since about 11:30. I keep on messing up. I've literally been sitting on my floor filming and then deleting and then filming and deleting because I can't get this right. I keep on rambling about random things, which I'm about to do right now again. But I got new shoes, and I'm excited about that. So, yeah. I'm going to address a few things before I start. Also, I'm wearing my glasses because I've been awake for 26 hours because my eyes are exhausted, and if I don't have them on, my eyes will fall asleep. That makes no sense, but just go with it. So basically, just address a few disclaimers first off. 1, this is not about any fandom in particular. 2, this is not about any people in particular. 3, I am not trying to be shady to any people in particular or salty or anything. I am not speaking from personal experience. I'm speaking from not only things that I have seen, but other things that I have heard, and just my opinion. If you don't like my opinion, that is perfectly fine. You have your opinion, I have mine. These are my thoughts, you have your thoughts. If you don't like what I have to say and you want to talk to me about it, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, or comments, go ahead and contact me on any of those platforms. I will be for sure to respond no matter what you say. I will be for sure to respond to you, and we can discuss it or whatever the hell you want to do. But, like, this is my thoughts. If you don't like it, you can leave. Yes, trying to be fast. I want to sleep, okay? Please just let me sleep. Please, this workout this time. Basically, this is not meant to offend anyone in any way, shape, or form, and if I am offending you, I apologize in advance by Andrea Russett on the full screen app. But yes, I just wanted to address some of the drama and situations and bullshit that's been happening on Twitter recently because it's not acceptable. I joined Twitter back in 2011 because I got bullied quite badly for supporting someone. I was and still am a huge fan of Justin Bieber, and forever and always I will be. I've been a fan since 2010. I created Twitter in 2011 specifically to tweet him and to talk to him. So I thought that's how it worked. I got a Twitter and we just became best friends. I was in grade 7, okay, I was 12 years old, 11 years old. I thought that this is how stuff works. So I got a Twitter account. I didn't understand how it worked. Figured out how it worked, was tweeting him, and I got made fun of for tweeting him and for saying that I love him and how he makes me happy and everything, and I got mocked. Like, I never say never that, you know, Justin will follow me one day, and people would mock me in person and online, and I was fed up with it, so I created another account that was basically anonymous. People didn't know who I was. I was just a Twitter account with a picture of Justin's face and a handle, Twitter handle. Now people know who I am on Twitter. Not from school. I'm graduated now anyway, so why the hell does it matter? But my two best friends, Summer and Natasha, all three of us have fan accounts. That's why we're best friends, because we're like the same people. Kind of, not really, but you know what I mean. I've met people in person from Twitter. I have a bunch of friends that I've met from Twitter, just from like Vancouver, all my Van City peeps. Hello! I'm exhausted. Please ignore my grossness. But yeah, anyways, I joined Twitter because I wanted a positive place and somewhere where I could actually express the way I felt and, you know, contact and, you know, interact with a celebrity that meant so much to me, and I wanted to do it without having to be, you know, bullied and made fun of and, you know, just mocked and stuff for doing so. So I created Twitter, and it was a positive place where I could actually express myself and not have to worry about what people thought because people didn't really care. Now, stuff's a little bit different and shit's gotten a bit crazy, and I don't think it's okay what people are doing. I don't think it's okay what people are saying, and I just kind of wanted to address it. So I'm not talking about any fandom, any person, anything in particular, like I've already addressed. But, like I said, people in all fandoms, there's people who everyone starts off at level 0. At ground 0, level 1, pick your fighter. Everyone creates their handle, pick their fighter, picks their picture, starts off here. And then people gain followers, and everyone kind of starts off at 0, and that's where it starts. If you tend to interact, or the celebrity tends to interact with you more, you tend to gain followers faster than other people do. It's given facts, it's just the way it works. If you're meeting someone, or, you know, you're getting in contact with someone quite often, people get curious and they want to stay updated with your life. And if they want to stay updated, they will follow you. So if you're going to the airport all the time to meet someone and you meet them all the time and you're posting all these pictures and videos with and of them, or him or her, whoever it is, I'm just talking about people in general, people are going to follow you and people are going to be interested. So as you grow your followers and all of a sudden you post a selfie, hundreds of people are going to see your selfies, thousands of people are going to see your selfies, so you're going to get quite a few likes, because even if it's 1 out of every 100 people, that could still be 20, 30, 40 likes. Like, it adds up. So these people become these big people who everyone starts to know who they are because they get in contact with the person. And it just happens. It's the way it works, and nothing's really going to change that. But that part's fine. It doesn't matter about that. People know who they are. People are going to run the fandom. It always works that way. In every single fandom, there's always a group of people who tend to be larger Twitter accounts, who tend to be in contact with the people more often, the celebrity more often, and it's just the way it works. But the part that pisses me off and that is complete bullshit is when people put them on a pedestal and think that they are better and more deserving than anybody else. Just because they might have a couple thousand followers doesn't mean they get to meet them or they deserve to meet them over somebody else who doesn't have that many followers. If someone who isn't as active on Twitter, who doesn't know a lot about Twitter, who just really supports them as their music, as him or her, their whatever music, you know, person, acting, whatever it is, if you really support them, but you're like, you know, I work 2 jobs, I go to school, I do sports, I'm not super active on Twitter, therefore I don't grow my Twitter following very much. Because numbers don't matter to me, and, you know, it shouldn't. Numbers really shouldn't matter. If numbers happen to grow, that's awesome, but at the end of the day, that's not what it should be about. It shouldn't be about growing yourself as an account. It should be about supporting someone, which is why most of us, at least most of us, should have started using Stan Twitter. And so these people go out and say they win a contest to go and meet the celebrity. So they would go out, they meet the celebrity, they win, having the time of their life, come back, look on Twitter to go and share their experience with the people who do follow them and the people who are curious. And they see people tweeting about how, like, oh, you know, they deserve to meet them over anybody else. And by there, I mean, like, the people who may have more followers, the bigger accounts, people who run the fandom, deserve to meet the artist over the people who met the artist. And that's what I think is complete bullshit and not acceptable. Nobody deserves to meet someone more than somebody else in most situations. In some situations, I 100% agree people deserve to meet them more. If this hardcore fan who's never met the person before has been, you know, loving them and supporting them for years and years, and everything they do, they are just super supportive. They might not necessarily agree with everything, but are super supportive and, you know, just love and support them endlessly. And someone who decided to start supporting them, you know, a week ago, entered the contest out of, like, shits and giggles, won, gets to go and meet them, like, cool, I met this person, whatever, like, posted on Instagram, moving on with my life, like, doesn't really matter. In that situation, then yes, the person who's actually part of the fandom and the person who, you know, is involved and been supporting for a while should meet the person over the normal person. But at the end of the day, if you've been a fan for 6 years or 6 months, it doesn't fucking matter. If you want to meet someone and you support someone and you love someone, and, you know, it doesn't matter how long you have done it for. Obviously, if it's been like 2 days, that's a little bit different, but it doesn't matter how long you've been doing it for, or how, you know, active you are on Twitter, or how much you tweet about them. You personally decide how much you support them and how you support them. If it's you going on Twitter every single day, tweeting nonstop them how much you love them, if it's you going out in public and putting signs up saying, go download this song on iTunes, go stream this on Spotify, go watch this, go do this, or if it's simply sitting in your bedroom on your laptop, watching videos of them all night long, you know, just liking them and watching their music videos or watching interviews or doing that and just supporting them that way, that is fine too. It doesn't matter if you're going to all these concerts to support them or buying merch or doing whatever you are doing. Because not everyone has the money to do that. Not everyone has the time or the money to go on Twitter all the time, or to go to all these shows, or to buy all this merch, or to actually meet them. The level of support is not determined by the numbers on Twitter. The level of support is determined by the level of support they give personally, and about how much they physically can give. If someone works 2 fucking jobs, if someone has sports and school and all this stuff, so they can't be on Twitter all the time. So they can't do this all the time. And I'm not talking out of experience. I don't work 2 jobs. I do sports and I go to school and I work. But I don't work 2 jobs. I have time off. I'm off right now. I pretty much have Thursdays and Friday off. I work all night, but I have Thursdays and Fridays off. So if I wanted to go on Twitter all day, and if that's what I wanted to do with my time, I could. But I don't believe that me going on and spamming Twitter 24/7 or Instagram or doing all this stuff is my best way to spend my time. I don't believe that's the best way to be supporting them. I'm going to listen to their songs, you know. I believe my way of supporting them is creating video edits every once in a while. I'm making a Why Don't We one for their 1-year anniversary. I've already made an edit, and I'm making a fan one because I want fans to get involved. I made an 18th birthday one for Sean. I made an 18th birthday one for Justin years ago. I've made, you know, New Year's ones and birthday ones and anniversary ones, because that's the way I feel that best shows my support for them, is him, her, whoever it is doing that. And that's the way I like to support them, is sitting here, not in contact with anyone, in my bed 4 hours on my laptop, editing videos, because that's what I feel is dedication to them and dedication to supporting them. It doesn't matter that I don't go on a road trip to go to every single show. Absolutely, I would love to do that. But for me, that's not feasible. And for me, that's not reasonable, and it's not logical, and it's not realistic. And absolutely, I would love to do that, and that would be a dream come true and an experience of a lifetime. But it's not possible for everybody. So everybody is different. Everybody has different financial, needs, and different life needs, and has different needs in life. So don't expect everyone to be the same, and don't expect everyone to show the same level of support as you do, because everyone's level of support is different. So do not say that you deserve to meet someone over somebody else in most situations, because you don't. And definitely, if you are saying, I deserve to meet them over you, you probably don't deserve to meet them at all. If you're going to be that selfish about it, chances are you shouldn't meet them. Sorry. Moving on from that thing, I want to talk about more drama, and how people think that either people who run the fandom, who are up here, people with bigger Twitter accounts, are either amazing human beings who they believe are goddesses and gods and goddesses, and they believe are this higher, superior power than everybody else, or they think they're complete assholes, or they have no idea who the hell they are. But it's like if you don't know them personally, then don't talk shit about them. And if you don't know them personally, then don't necessarily start talking about them like they're this golden thing. If you have had conversations with them, or your friends have had conversations with them and have told you how genuine and how kind and nice they are, then sure, you can go ahead and tweet, oh, they're so genuine and kind and nice. If they've interacted with you, or if you've seen things, then go ahead and talk about that. And if you have, same vice versa, if you have DM'd them and talked to them and they have been complete assholes to you, or they have completely ignored you and treated you like you were dirt under their feet, or if, they treated your friend like shit, or if they did something like that, then go ahead and talk about that too. I'm going to say something else before I say that. If you want to talk shit, I advise keeping it off Twitter, because it's not necessarily the best place to have it. Twitter is supposed to be a positive place. I'd advise not tweeting out shit to Twitter. Just please don't. I get sometimes you have to do what you have to do, and when you're angry and you're caught up in things, stuff happens. I was angry yesterday and I tweeted shit. I never tweeted names, and I will never tweet names because I don't believe in that. But if you want to indirect someone, no one's stopping you, but keep in mind, people are not stupid. They can figure out who you're talking about. So if you don't want to start any more shit, then I advise not doing it. But go ahead if you want to. But if you want to rant to your friends, or if you want to rant to your group chats, go for it. Go all at it. Do it. But you don't need to spread negativity. There's already enough hatred and shit and stuff going on in this world. We don't need to do it anymore. Fandoms are supposed to be families. And that's how it started off back when I first started Twitter. And that's why I first started Twitter. I was kind of unaware of who I was. I got bullied severely, and I wanted to express myself and talk about things that I wanted to talk about. I wanted to not have to hold back things that I actually wanted to talk about and what I wanted to say. I wanted to be myself and have people support me and let me be myself. And that's what Twitter did for me. It gave me a place to kind of express everything and not have to worry about what people thought. And that has changed now. Any little thing that you tweet out gets analyzed. It gets like manipulated. People kind of blow things out of proportion, and we don't need that. For years, it's always been the people who run the fandom, who are up here with bigger Twitter accounts and stuff. They tend to be friends a lot of the time, and they tend to talk shit about other people who are up there with them. And it's very much like a high school little clique. It's like all the popular people who are all friends and stuff talk shit about other popular people, as well as the people who aren't popular and how they're losers and all this kind of stuff. And it's very much high school and just very immature, and it's something that should never happen. And it's just very frustrating that people take such a positive place and they turn it into something that I was trying to get away from. High school bullying, manipulating, mocking, just being genuinely shitty people. And when you start to actually see what everyone's saying and kind of just understand everything that's going on, you kind of realize how many people who are genuinely good people act like genuinely shitty people because other people are acting like shitty people even though they're not actually shitty people. If that makes any sense. It's like, it's the in thing to talk shit about people. It's the in thing to throw shade. And if someone unfollows you, it's like, oh, we better throw shade. We better talk shit in our group chat. Even though it might be a simple problem as, you know, you were DMing too many people and your account got locked out. And so it said that you unfollowed everyone, which has happened to me multiple times. And I've gotten text messages and DMs from people saying, why the hell did you unfollow me? But it's like, I didn't follow you. It was Twitter. It did it. And luckily, I've explained it to people who have contacted me, and I said, don't worry, like, I'm not unfollowing you, and, like, don't worry about that. But the fact that numbers matter so much that you know instantly when one person unfollows you. It's not like I'm a private account, and it's not like I blocked them. It just said that I unfollowed them because my account no longer existed for the time being. And so the fact that numbers matter so much, that there's apps and there's all that stuff, and, like, I'm not saying I'm innocent. I have talked shit about people. I have tweeted things that I shouldn't have tweeted, and I have cared about numbers that I shouldn't have cared about. I've had the apps. I've done that stuff. But it shouldn't matter, and it pisses me off because fandoms are supposed to be family at the end of the day, and that's not how it's turning out to be. I'm going to go to bed. I'm just going to leave it at that. And yeah, I'll see you guys next week with another new video. Be kind.